Hello there and welcome back to a new month of the Trading Post. Yes, it is August 1st, 2023, and we have a brand new stock on the Trading Post, and there are some awesome additions to the Trading Post this month, and in this video we are obviously going to go through everything that is coming in the Trading Post in August 2023. But before we jump into that, guys, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, and more, over on twitch.tv/MrGM. every single day. Right, so yes, August is here, and August is called FaceOff. So August FaceOff is the name of this month. Now, this is the second month where you'll be getting slightly more tender than usual, but that does also mean there are quite a few items on the Trading Post this month, including 3 mounts, which we'll look at in a minute. But first and foremost, this month's kind of bonus reward is the Ensemble Bones of the Blood Hunter. This is the well sought after and data mined Blood Troll Transmog. This is available to all armor types and all races. As you can see, it is very awesome looking. Perhaps not that awesome looking on a human, but it is a very, very cool looking set. And obviously on a troll or a Zandalari troll, this is going to look phenomenal. And yeah, so all you got to do here is complete the Traveler's Log, and that will give you the Ensemble Bones of the Blood Hunter. Okay, so that's the monthly reward. So let's take a look at what is on offer at the Trading Post this month. So we have some returning items like the legendary Flail. Now, this was first available in February 2023, the first month of the Trading Post. This is, of course, a one-handed mace and will cost you 750 tender. This was actually frozen on my account for so long, and I never actually bought it in the end. So maybe I'll buy it this month. I am a hunter, so yeah, I can't really use it, but it is very cool looking. And that, as I said, is available at 750 tender. The next item is a new mount. This is the Ancestral Clefttooth. Now, this is a recolor, obviously, of the Warlords of Draenor Clefttooth mounts. This is available at 650 tender. It's a cool looking recolor. Honestly, the Clefttooth mounts are very, very cool. Very, very big as well. So if that's the kind of mount you're into, that will be available in the month of August. Now, next up are 2 more mounts. These are the Alabaster Storm Talon and the Alabaster Thunderwing. Now, originally when they announced these, I thought they were going to be together, so you buy one and you get both. It doesn't seem that way. I can't really test it because I already have these. These are originally from like an anniversary thing that you could buy for World of Warcraft. So yeah, so the Alabaster Storm Talon is, of course, Alliance only, and the Alabaster Thunderwing is Horde only. Now, these mounts will set you back 650 tender each. So yeah, if you just want to get the Alliance one, it'll be 650. If you want to get the Horde one, that should be 650. Again, I don't know if you just buy one, you get the other. Yeah, let me know in the comments because I'm not sure, because obviously I've already got them. So yeah, anywho. Next one is the Spirit of Competition. Now, this is actually really cool. This was originally released in 2008 for the Olympics. So this also came with a tabard. The tabard is not available, but the pet is the Spirit of Competition pet, which is a like Cloud Serpent type thing. It's very, very cool looking. A bit dated at this point. 2008 was a very long time ago. But yes, the Spirit of Competition is on the Trading Post this month at 650 tender. The next item is a toy. This is the Ethereal Transmog. This is a original TCG item. So what this does is you summon a Ethereal Warp Weaver for 10 minutes to transmog your gear. Obviously, back in the day, this was a lot better than it is now because, you know, these days you could just jump on a yak and kind of transmog. But back then, this was kind of the be-all and end-all. So this is a toy. This will set you back 500 tender. Very, very cool. I mean, if you want to get it, then obviously it's a TCG item. Kind of rare, of course. But yeah, it's kind of pointless, I guess, at this point. But it is 500 tender and a collectible nonetheless. The next item is the Rubyfell Fireball. This is a brand new shield transmog. Yeah, so this is a new appearance for shields. This will cost you 400 tender. It's a very, very cool looking shield. It's very similar to like what we got back in Black Temple, but it is very HD, very high resolution, and very, very awesome looking shield. 400 tender though, that seems kind of pricey for a shield. I think like, you know, shields before have been a little bit cheaper than that, but it is a very cool looking shield nonetheless. And there is a matching weapon, which we'll talk about in a second as well. So the next item is the Blade of Brutal Sacrifice. This is a dagger. This is 400 tender once again. Kind of using a very similar kind of color palette to the shield as well, which is kind of cool to see. But this is, I believe, kind of themed off of like Zul'Gurub stuff. As you can see, it says in her car's name is kind of the flavor text for this. This will match really nicely with the Blood Troll Transmog this month as well. So yeah, 400 tender for the Blade of Brutal Sacrifice. The next item is the Rubyfell Fire Split Blade. This is the matching weapon to that shield that we saw moments ago. Very, very cool looking weapon. I believe it is a new model as well. So these kind of shield and sword combo are a new weapon exclusively to the Trading Post this month in August, and will cost you 400 tender. The next item is the Aquamarine Fellflyer Split Blade. This is a very similar model to what we just saw. It's a different color though. It's kind of a greeny blue color, which is very nice. Also 400 tender once again. So yeah, if you want to get a different variant of that, that is available. There's also a matching shield, which we'll talk about in a second. But before we do that, we're going to jump into the Crown of Eternal Winter. The Crown of Eternal Winter is on the trading post at 400 tender and is formerly from the in-game shop. Now there's two of these. There's the Crown of Eternal Winter and of course the Hood of Hungering Darkness. I believe these are available originally on the store, and then I think they were on Twitch drops or Twitch Prime or something like that as well. So these are now available on the trading post if you never picked those up during that time. So they are 400 tender each. Very, very cool transmogs. Of course, store transmogs, so of course they're going to look really cool. And as said, they're 400, which is quite a lot for a helm, but again, like, it's a very cool looking helm. The next one is the shield, the Aquamarine Fellflyer Bulwark. This is the matching sword to the Aquamarine Fellfire Split Blade. 400 tender once again for this cool looking shield in kind of a greeny blue appearance. The next item is the Azure Nexus Crescent. This is a two-handed axe transmog in kind of a blue variety. Now, this is a recolor of the Crimson Nexus Crescent, which I believe was originally on the trading post back in April of 2023. So this one you might already have at 225 tender, but there is a new variant of it in a blue color at 225 tender as well, which is a two-handed axe. So two-handed axes, similar model, but of course different colors there, looking very cool. The Azure Scale-Worn Longbow as well is an item that is returning. I believe this was in the first month of the trading post as well. Obviously, if you got this back in February, you don't need to buy it. It is 200 tender, so kind of reasonable for a bow. I believe this was a model that was unused or something for the Nexus back in Wrath. So yeah, not the highest fidelity, but a cool looking bow nonetheless. Once again, from February, we have the Shard of Frozen Secrets has come back, once again at 200 tender, so we're not going to talk too much about that because we have seen it before. The next one is the Wanderer's Crimson Trapping, so obviously every month you get different varieties of these kind of hood and cloak transmogs, which are very, very cool looking. As you can see, they are 100 tender each for this, so if you want to get the one with the hood and cloak, that is 100 tender, or if you want to get the kind of hood and scarf, that is also 100 tender, and in a red variety, which is nice. The next is a hand transmog for the Queen's Conservatory Ball Gloves. Yep, just gloves that go all the way up the arms. Yep, that's what that is. There's also a red variant of it as well, so if you want to get a red or blue one, they're available for 100. So yeah, if you wanted to spend 100 tender, you can get those two different hand transmogs. Next one, another ensemble. So this is the Wanderers and Vagabonds threads, of course, and the trapping, similar to the red one that we just saw, just in a blue variant. Once again, 100 tender, so a very reasonable price for these two items, for sure. But yeah, so it seems like definitely a red and blue kind of theme this month, with like kind of Alliance and Horde, I suppose, seems to be the kind of theming that they're going along with this in August. And finally, two brand new shields at 50 tender. Now, these are really cool. Now, from the looks of things, it looks like you can transmog it on Horde or Alliance. Now, don't quote me on that. It doesn't say Horde only on this shield. This is the Grunt's Buckler. Now, this and the next item were added, I think, back in like 10.1 or something. Listed as a new player experience item, but they were never added to players. So now you can get the Grunt's Buckler for 50 tender, or you can get the City Guard's Heater Shield, which are just really cool looking. They're just really like high fidelity, high quality, kind of rustic shields with like Horde and Alliance logos on them. Again, it doesn't say Alliance or Horde exclusive, so I don't know if you can wear this on a Horde character. I mean, you might be able to. That'd be very cool. So yeah, again, let me know in the comments. I'm not too sure on that, but these are 50 tender each. And yeah, August is stacked. There's a lot of items here, some returning items, of course. So if you already have some of these items, you're obviously going to save a lot of tender here with some of these things. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is the stock for August, a very Alliance and Horde themed, red and blue themed stock with 3 mounts, some really great transmog, and some new items as well, which is really great to see. So guys, let me know down below what you think of August on the trading post. I think there's some really good offerings here, especially the Blood Troll transmog finally coming in. I think that looks really cool. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to support me outside of YouTube, I'm also on Patreon and I'm on Twitter at MrGMYT, and I have a partner Discord channel as well. And as mentioned, I am also streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me stream World of Warcraft, Dragonflight PTR, and more, I'm on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.